are they really, as they look at, because this is kind of a chance to start over, in a sense. A lot of fans have wanted like a new Superman. They've wanted a female figure without high heels. Mm-hmm. So while it's not a direct descendant of this line, there are some fan requests that can be corrected going forward. Is that sort of feedback that you've given the team?
Yeah, I mean, there is going to be a new Superman. And there will be new female Bucks. Mm-hmm. They'll be in the style of Young Justice, right, not in the Art Deco Bruce Timm style of Justice League. But yeah, I mean, you'll see a lot of characters, and the characters that were asked for in Justice League that will probably show up in the Young Justice line.
Okay. So is there anyone, I know you sort of mentioned Granny Goodness and stuff like this, is there anything you were really gunning for in Justice League that you didn't get to?
I mean, I did get selfishly or unselfishly, because fans wanted them too, but if you want to just take it down to what I wanted, I mean, I got most of my figures. I really fought for Amanda Waller to be in the line. I remember when we proposed that to Warner, they were like, what? you want to have like a business suit like person in the line? Like, yeah, she's the main villain in the 3rd season. You got to do her. I really wanted Grey Ghost. Ever since I saw that episode of Batman the Animated Series, probably when I was like 13, 14, and I saw young Bruce Wayne playing with a Grey Ghost figure. Right. Like, oh, I want that toy. And I was so crushed Hasbro never made it. Right. So I was so determined to get him in there. And I was also sort of behind that Christmas gift Mattel sent out to some employees and
the Grey Ghost one, not the Green
Lantern. No. I had nothing to do. That was before.
That was way before you.
I actually came to Mattel 3 weeks after that shipped.
Okay.
I think my first week with Mattel was like the last week of November that year.
Okay.
And I actually just missed it because I wasn't on the team yet.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm this huge Justice League collection. You just did this super exclusive one for employees, and I'm like the biggest employee fan, but I don't get one because I wasn't on the team. So I feel your guys' pain. But yeah, so back to the Grey Ghost. So yeah, I really wanted to have a Grey Ghost figure like in a Grey Ghost package. So we thought that'd be, since we wanted to do a Christmas gift, and I did not want to do a figure that was not available to fans, but we thought an exclusive package would be a nice nod for our employees and our Warner Brothers partners. So since it was the same figure, and I haven't seen any negative fan feedback.
I didn't either. No.
People upset that they couldn't get it in that package because at the end of the day, it was a package execution that was fun for the
right.
thank our. We have employees that work very hard and deserve. That's one of the perks is you get some special toys. Oh, but wait, I didn't think I answered your question. You were saying who didn't make it in the line.
Right. Yes.
Really wanted to get to Granny Goodness, but 100% Tool. It was like her Toy Man, basically. It came down to, and we went with Toy Man. Really wanted to do a Wild West pack. Would have loved to get to Hamilton and some more Cadmus guys. Mm-hmm. Would have liked to do the General.
Was there ever any consideration, apart from the Wild West pack, about other sort of civilian identities? Did that ever get put up on the
like a Bruce Wayne figure?
Yeah.
Not as much. It would come up in conversation, but they were just like more guys in suits that didn't. I mean,
right.
We might have. That probably would have wound up being a great 4-pack on Maddie, to tell you the truth, like a Clark, Bruce, like Diana, John and Diana pack, or Jean, not John Jones, but John Jones.
Yes.
That probably would have totally happened as a Maddie 4-pack, but there just wasn't support. I mean, we didn't sell enough parademons to keep even the 4-packs going.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do Agent Faraday with the jetpack from To Another Shore.
Right.
I thought that would have been a great figure. We would have used like the suit body, just given him a jetpack. But again, that got axed from the line just because not enough slots. I mean, honestly though, we really, no pun intended, I think have done the line justice.
Yeah.
I really wanted the Golden Age Green Lantern, even though he wasn't in the show. Yeah, that was one I can't stop playing with. The Blue Beetle is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Animal Man and Adam Strange came out great. I love the guys that look like sort of 1930s with the jetpacks and the fedoras like that. Like I've got Adam Strange next to Grey Ghost and The Question, and like they kind of look like this kind of on my shelf like a weird sort of 1930s serial pulpy kind of thing because it works so well for the aesthetic.
Right.
But that's just how I view it.
Well, I mean, it's heartbreaking for those of us that have been in it since 2001, but in the grand scope of the line, you especially, I mean, I feel we as collectors owe you a big thank you for the push, keeping it alive, keeping it going, listening to our requests, getting them made, and just, you know, it's such an amazing line, because toy lines don't run 10 years.
Well, first, thank you. But, you know, I should say, I mean, it's definitely not just me. I mean, we've got great designers like Bill Beneke, Ruben Martinez, who did the line for years, Frank Varela on packaging. I mean, it's definitely not me alone.
Right.
You know, we have an amazing team, you know, that have worked on this. A lot of people have worked on this line.
Yeah.
Bill and I were just talking actually a few days ago, and we were talking about the whole line. I'm like, wow, if you look at the whole line, we've done more figures in our tenure, like in the past 3 or 4 years, than they did in the first 4 or 5. And like, wow, that's kind of weird that it worked out that way. But I mean, he and I are just such huge fans of it. And I mean, I've said to fans online many times, before I came to Mattel, I was buying this line. I remember finding Hawk Girl at Target in Orange County, where I was working at the time. She was the last of the original 7 that came out.
Yeah, for that first wave.
You know, with that base that said Justice League. But I think her piece didn't actually contribute to the Justice League. It was like this extra chunk of plastic at the end of the word Justice League. But I was so excited to find Hawk Girl, because now I could complete at that time the League.
Yeah.
And you know, then like Ultra Humanite came out, and then Unlimited and like Wave Rider and these weird characters like started. I was just so excited buying it. And like I said, when I came to Mattel, like my #1 goal was to find some way to keep this going. And I was like, we got to find some way to get the question.
Right.
You know, in that line. That was my first victory. In the Wonder Pig. Oh my God, I forgot about the Wonder Pig. That was another one that I fought for. And everyone was like, are you kidding me? Why are we putting a pig with Batman? And I was like, no, it's going to be great. It's a great way to refresh him. And I would have loved to do Cersei too. That comes up a lot online. But again, you know, didn't sell enough Parademons. How are you going to do Cersei? But I still have Wonder Pig is one of the only toys I actually have on my shelf at home.
Okay.
We have a baby, so all my toys are away right now. Most of my toys are at work. But I do have the Wonder Pig on my shelf, because that kind of, to me, symbolized victory. Like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got the question in the 3-packs, and we got a Wonder Twin, a Wonder Pig, and show-accurate Batman. Oh, doing this, that was another one. Doing all of the show-accurate repaints. I mean, the fact that Booster Gold and Red Tornado were not painted correct was killing me as a collector.
Yeah.
I was going through posts on your site about requested repaints, and I was writing them all down, making sure I hit them all. I was like, okay, we got it. Batman, you know, Booster Gold, Red Tornado, Zatanna, which we didn't get to. But I wanted to get all of the show accurate repaints too, which I think we've done a great job on. I mean, here's the old Red Tornado. And man, I don't know. I mean, it's cool, but it wasn't the one I wanted, and we got it. And it's so much better with the darker cape and the blue boots and the little tweaks like that.
It's an awesome display. It's an awesome collection, and you know, I'm excited to see what's going on with Young Justice ahead. Thank you very much. This is a great, really great behind the scenes. I hope this gives fans some comfort, knowing how hard you've fought for all this, and really just listen to them. You know?
It was, I mean, honestly, and we could not have done the line without the fans. I mean, you know, the fact that the fans were so vocal online is what helped this line get along. I mean, breaks my heart that we couldn't keep it going longer, but like you said, I think we've done it justice. I think we've kept it going as long as human. I mean, 10, 11 years. That's pretty, you know, crazy. And I know there's always going to be people who, you know, wish you could have had a couple more characters or this or that, but
you do too.
Yeah,
You're
I do.
One of those
I know.
people.
I'm one of them too. Like I want to, you know, they're just so much fun to do. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's one of the things I'm most proud of that I've done at Mattel. But I think this and Masters Classics are the two things, you know, and Green Lantern. Coming to theaters this June. Yeah, and Young Justice is going to be amazing. You know, the first few episodes that have aired have gotten great ratings. It's really hitting with kids too, which we're happy about. So what Collectors also realize, the more it hits with kids, the better it's good. You know, the more chance it has to keep going for collectors too, because you need kids, and then collectors are the icing on top of that. So the more kids that are in Young Justice, the more that'll keep going. And hey, who knows? I mean, maybe even Justice League will come out back one day. I mean, I don't want to promise anything, and I'm not. But you know, we do have a few figures that, like you said, have been tooled, like that Firefly and you know, Head and.
This is your last chance. Buy the 7-pack.
Buy
Sell
everything.
it out in a day.
Buy everything that's at Target. Buy all the remaining 3-packs. Buy Stripe. You know,
And then I'll get my Dr. Destiny.
I would love nothing more than for these things suddenly like sell so well that we have to bring it back.
Right.
I would love to have that story to management say, oh my God, suddenly these things are selling like hotcakes, and we'd be ridiculously dumb not to bring it back. I would love to have that message, but it's up to the fans. We need customer support. You can't make toys if no one's buying it.
That's true.
And but we did a good job. You're getting Toy Man. And I mean, I'm just looking at like who's coming out in the next few months. And I mean, Calabac, how cool was Calabac?
He was fantastic.
Yeah. It was him or Granny Goodness too. It was like, which one do we do? But I think we made the right choice.
I think so too, yeah.
I even wanted to redo Big Barda because I thought her height needed to be corrected. But, I mean, so many things I would have done, like I said, in my head, I had this thing planned out for 20 years.
Yep.
I wanted to do a World War II pack. I wanted to do like Sergeant Rock and Spy Smasher. And I mean, I wanted to do a Women of DC universe. I wanted to do Power Girl.
Oh, I remember that. We talked about that.
I wanted to do Power Girl. I wanted to do Batwoman, like
Yeah.
the one from 52. For some reason, I thought she just looked really great in this style.
Sure.
I wanted to do the Batwoman from the Bruce Timm movie. I mean, it would have been great to go back to even the Batman animated series and just, I mean, people want the Murdochs and the Montoyas and again, would have loved if it's
there's still a lot of stuff that
could have been
Hasbro never got to.
If this line sold the way Master Universe Classic sells, we probably would have gotten to that stuff.
Yeah.
But I hate to sound like I'm blaming the fans. I don't want to come off that way.
Right.
But it's you need a customer base.
I blame the moms.
The moms. There you go. Let's blame the moms for not knowing who Guy Gardner is. I love that we did all the lanterns. So sort of how we got him in as best I legally could.
That's right.
But we did. I would have liked more land. I would have liked Larvox and Galeus from the second episode of the series. They would have been fun. Ocean Master would have been great. Orm. It just goes on and on. There's so. I mean, there's no lack of characters. There just wasn't enough support. So.
I know. We could sit here all night.
Yeah, we really could.
But thank you so much, Scott.
Absolutely.
And this has been such a delightful, really behind the scenes.
And I want to thank you and the fans. And I think this is a good coming because you had you broke the news.
We broke the news. Yeah. I mean, and Jason specifically had pictures of the prototypes before anyone saw that first lineup, and then I think I was one of the first people to find that first wave and post. I remember specifically getting them at Target.
Back in the wee early days.
Running back, and like taking pictures and getting
back when the
online.
pictures would like slowly scroll in on the screen with dial-up photos.
Right. So this is a nice kind of bookend.
It is. I mean, and it's been great. Honestly, your site I think has been the one that's been the most supportive of this line. I think we were really, and I think we even did premiere a few figures. Like,
we did. We absolutely
Grodd.
did.
And
Yep.
It was great to do that. I'm really glad we partnered so much because we couldn't do this without the fans. And
Doomsday, I think that was the first time I got to go to Mattel. They let me come there and shoot it in a conference room. That was before you even.
that would have been before me.
Yeah.
So it's been a great ride. Thank you, all the fans for your guys' support over the years. Check out Young Justice. It's going to hit this fall. You'll see a preview figure at Comic-Con, and it's going to be a great 2011. We got a fantastic ring-wielding superhero coming into the theaters. It's going to have a great toy line, too, for collectors and kids. And there's a lot more DC Universe classics coming. And
see a lot of good stuff at Comic-Con coming up.
It's definitely it's not over. I mean, there's still a lot of DC collector toys coming. So we're excited for the future.
Yes. Well, thank you very much,
Absolutely.
Scott. Really appreciate it.
Great to talk to you.
All right. And we'll have lots more Toy Fair coverage here on AFI.
Check it out.